Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yo.
Stranger Things have happened. Like a Netflix series being awesome and them actually putting it out the next year.
That's what I'm saying.
So, Stranger Things Season 2 dropped last night at midnight. Or morning, I guess, depending on how you would say that. So, basically, midnight, Friday. Ian and myself, AI Reviews, we have powered through Season 2. All 9 episodes.
All of them.
Yes, all 9. And we're going to start off with talking about non-spoiler stuff. So basically, Season 2 is a follow-up, clearly, of the smash hit Season 1, Stranger Things, that is a Netflix original by the Duffer Brothers.
Yes.
That's how you pronounce that. Which follows 11, a psionic young lady, and a group of kind of outcast kids, nerds, if you will.
Nerds.
Weirdos. And her tie in her relationship that she shares with them and her bond that she has with Mike. As well as the other people in the community.
Yes. The AV club.
Everyone you loved from the first one.
Yes.
Pretty much is back here in the second one. They've added a new addition. There is one additional female to the party. Although I would say overall she doesn't add too terribly much, but it looks like it could be maybe a build for
later on.
For the future, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, should they go that way. And it starts off very slow.
It does.
But it's one of those ones where I feel like they purposely meant to start slow, and then it has a nice build.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're hooked already again. I want to say by like the first episode I was like, ah. By the second episode I was already like, all right. Yeah, we're getting into it. So, definitely I think they went bigger this season than they did last year.
Oh yeah, special effects wise, yeah. They went
special effects wise, I think they went a little bit bigger. Without giving away too much, the villain from season 1 is heavily tied, I would say, into this one, just not directly at first.
Yeah.
The Demogorgon, as we all know.
That was the season, yeah.
So there's a tie-in to where they left off with that in this one.
Yeah.
Should you watch it? 100% for sure. I think you should watch it.
I mean, if you
absolutely,
especially if you like the first one.
Especially if you like the first one. And put simply, for even those who may have never seen Stranger Things, I would definitely watch the first. I would recommend watch the first season. If you are questioning whether or not Stranger Things is a show for you, ask yourself one question: do you like anything 80s?
All 80s, yo. Terminator.
If your answer is yes, then the second question you have to ask yourself is, do you enjoy watching movies regarding things that happened in the 80s? If you answer yes to these two things, there's no way that you would not like Stranger Things. No, if you answered yes to those two questions and you watch Stranger Things and you then go, well, that wasn't very good, I would have to question whether or not you really meant yes to those other two answers. Because I'd be like, liar!
All 80s, yo. 80s.
Yes.
What was it? This one was 84, right? The Stranger Things 2 was 84. Because they kept having the outside the Reagan
Terminator.
Well, they had Terminator, but then they also had
84.
They had Reagan's presidential signs.
Yeah, Reagan and Bush.
Yeah. 84.
Yeah. So it was interesting. I liked it a lot. There's not so much secrecy from the lab as far as them doing like testing, obviously, but there's still that dynamic that's going on there. Well, I mean,
secrecy, outside the group, I guess, because no one else really in the town still knows what's going on there.
Yeah.
So the group still, actually the group doesn't even know, really. They know that he goes there to get, the help.
Remember, I don't want to give away too much of what you're saying in general.
He goes someplace. Let's just say that. Someone goes someplace. So, I didn't even say who.
What would you rate season 2 on its own, and then compared to season 1?
On its own, it's good. I would say 4 out of 5 in terms of this season. And then you compare it to the original. I still feel like the original was better than this one.
In a general term, what would you say is missing from season 2 as compared to season 1?
I think just a lot of just interaction kind of with them in 11, and that was kind of like a lot was going on in season 1, where there was none for the most part.
Okay.
And it's just kind of like.
In general terms, you don't give away too much.
I'm saying, in terms of what you'd want to see, it's not. To me, it was a little slow.
So the specific character interaction that you were hoping to see was not there, in the amount that you wanted it to be.
I just feel like a lot of it was just unnecessary separation.
Okay.
For some parts, I understand some parts needed to happen, and I feel like there was one episode that I didn't really see it drive the story too much. That could have been explained quicker than it needed to be.
Okay. I can validate that. So, for me, I would say it came close to the first season.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was bad.
It's still really good.
I'm not saying it's bad. I just said it's.
I still really, yeah. Having said that, but remember, we're being critical of this. We're not doing it just as fans. Yeah. Where our reviews are to critique it, and if we're going to go on that scale of critiquing season 2, then yes, I agree. There are some moments where you're kind of like, maybe this could have been done a little differently. But as a fan, as you're watching it, you're still think it's awesome. So, like I said, though, however, we're thinking from a critic standpoint, where, overall, the body of work was very well done, because it's very difficult to follow up a smash like that first season was. So, keeping that in mind, I would definitely still say they did really well. But just like Ian said, there are some moments where you're kind of like, I don't know if they needed to do this. Yeah. Or maybe they could have done it a little different. It's easy for me and him to say that because we're not the ones writing it.
Yeah. So you're not writing the whole story?
Like, how would I make that different? I'm not quite sure right now, given their limited amount of time that they had. But, there are different ways things could have been written.
I feel like that this was already, written together.
From what I understand, they actually, before they got the official green light, they sat down and started a writer's room to get ideas before they got the green light for it. So they were kind of working on it almost right away, so almost back to back.
Because they kind of explain how the last scene you see from the first season.
You know what else I kind of wish they had a little bit more in? The first one I liked. I'm kind of a bit of a nerd. I never actually set up a whole Dungeons and Dragons game before, but I liked a lot of the references that were in the first one.
Yeah, and it was very small.
It was much smaller this time around. Or maybe the fact that it wasn't small, but it wasn't as a
constant, I guess.
Yeah, constant big part of the film. So it was hinted at every now and again. There was mentions. They would say part of the party. Yeah. And when they say that, means part of the party members.
And there was one scene where they're explaining who they all are.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's our mage. We need our mage back. And it's just okay. And the new character's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
So it was kind of interesting. I think there's just so much to do. I don't think 9 episodes personally did it justice. Although I think now the reason why I'm saying that is because I think it could have been a smidge longer, where they could have done a little bit more. I don't want to say character development, but they could have developed the whole storyline for season 2 a little bit more if they chose to. Yeah. But like I said, that's just more of a critique. I still think it was really good. just maybe 1 or 2 more episodes. I think season 1 was a little bit longer. Right? I want to say.
Actually, this is 1 episode longer.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I think it could have been 1 episode longer, maybe.
Well, I think season 1 was 8 and this one was 9.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
you're right.
This
You're right.
One
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
longer.
So this was a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So maybe they gave me what I wanted, but maybe I'm thinking that this. I feel like this storyline deserved a little bit more.
Yeah. Like. It could have.
But that's just my opinion, though. I still liked it. Don't get me wrong. I still really enjoyed it.
I still gave it a 4 out of 5.
I want to give it like a 4.5 because I gave the first one a 5. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Screw it. 4.5 for me. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. So yeah, definitely must watch if you, like I said, first one. Do you like the 80s? Do you like movies about the 80s?
Well, the third question is, do you like sci-fi?
Yeah, sorry, third one, sci-fi.
If you like sci-fi...
I figured if you answered yes to the first two,
well, I mean...
even if you don't like sci-fi, you're probably still going to like the movie, or the series.
Yeah.
But if you answered yes to all those 3, and for some reason you don't like this...
then you don't like sci-fi.
I'm coming for you. I mean, you don't like sci-fi or the 80s.
And we will find you. Liam Neeson knows where you live.
If you build it, they will come. And this is the part where we're going to break into spoilers. So if you don't want to hear, if you just watch this for our general review, as I said, we kept it pretty hush-hush. We didn't really say too much, I think, in my opinion. And we did not spoil it. But this is where spoilers are going to come in. So if you want to know about spoilers, stick around. If not, thank you for watching.
And they come back.
The spoilers. All right. 11 dies. I can't believe it. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't die.
See, you should have stopped and kept watching, huh? Just ruined it for you. You was like, damn, what the heck happened? Uh-huh.
So, where I left off earlier when I was talking about that I felt that there should have been more storyline, it's because there's going to be a season 3. Yeah! So, that was awesome. That's why I'm stoked personally. The Mind Flayer. So that was a huge D&D tie-in, right? That was a huge Dungeons and Dragons tie-in. That's the Mind Flayer. That is basically we realized that the leader of the Demogorgons is this large, like infectious beast, kind of. I'm not really quite sure.
Hive mind.
Hive mind basically is what. It's like
basically the queen ants, and they all are basically do whatever it's bidding.
Yeah, or like I said, it's like the Mind Flayer, right? Like almost like the Borg type of thing.
Yes.
Right. So, but yeah, Queen Ant, like they do a good job once again of using their audio video like teacher guy. I forget his name, but Mr. Clark. Is it Mr. Clark?
I think it's Mr. Clark.
Mr. Clark sounds right. Mr. Clark once again gives them a breakdown of how life, nature works, and the kids are able to tie that into what they're dealing with. Which I think is just perfectly, what a coincidence. So they do a good job with that. This new girl they introduce,
Max.
I understand what they want her role to be. It definitely feels though that like they plan on using her a whole lot more for the next season, as opposed to this season where they kind of like they used her kind of as a way to show that. What was her name? Dustin. Caleb and Dustin?
Which one?
Caleb's the black kid, right?
Lucas,
my bad. Who's Caleb? Oh, Caleb is his real name. My bad. Caleb is the actor who plays Lucas. Lucas and Dustin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Lucas and Dustin are basically, it kind of shows their character development, I think, like how they grow, because now they want to talk to girls.
Yeah.
And they're both kind of like, I want to talk to her. So.
Which I thought was weird that the boy is like all upset that she's there. And all he wants is 11. And I'm like, but you want a girl too. So why are you upset at the fact that they want a girl?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why are you so upset at this girl? Like, or I guess maybe he saw her as like them trying to get her to replace 11.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
And that's probably what it was. He probably just thought,
that's exactly what it was.
They're going to use her to replace 11.
Yep.
And I don't like that.
Exactly what it was. He didn't want anyone else He wanted 11.
Yeah.
He wanted him some 11.
Oh, he did.
7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. So, what else? What else do we want to share?
The whole background of 11, the whole show, like the whole time, like her being locked up and just being there.
I thought that was kind of
weird.
I don't know.
Like it was almost. I felt like that. Like it didn't make any sense why he was locking her away. I really didn't feel like it was necessary for him to do that.
Well, I thought they were gonna find her.
Yeah.
And he knew he couldn't protect her from, like, if they really wanted to come take her, they were gonna come take her.
But at the same time, she started to prove you can't just take her. She's too strong.
True. So
my thing is, she's already shown that she's just strong enough to just, like, you guys get away from me, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, why can't you tell the 4 friends that kept her secret the entire time?
I kind of feel like that was a, the typical writer plot device.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really want to explain. I don't have time to explain what I don't have time to explain.
Yeah.
Destiny tie in there. That was one of the big issues I had with this season's story. Was I loved the fact that we got backstory. That was awesome. That was great. I just felt like that was like you said, right? Like, oh, I need to keep her a secret.
Like,
okay.
Like, and then plus you keep seeing all this weird stuff going on, and at no point do you like tell her or discuss it. Like, she's the only one you had to fight it last time, so now you keep her out of the loop of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, you could have diffused the situation a while ago.
Now, in fairness, I understand that they used that whole situation to give her that tie into her anger later on.
Yeah.
And then this whole journey of her self-discovery.
But even the
she
anger,
realizes that
she didn't really
need it, right?
Tie that anger with him. She went all the way back to where she was like in the little lab.
Remember she does initially when she's.
Well, she did the first time, but then when she
ate.
Yeah, when she really got into it, she went back to when she was in the lab.
Yeah, but did you see how like that girl makes her think of him, and then when she's about to kill that one guy, it starts to fade, and then she just comes to her senses more like, oh, family's important. So I think I understand the purpose of why they used it, but like I said again, this is one of those things where I felt maybe they could have written it just a smidge different to make it more, I don't know. I don't want to say perfect, because you can't really have a perfect story. Just that, I don't know. I felt like the writing for that could have been a little better.
It was like the whole episode with her and 8 was like, you used the whole episode to say, hey, be angry, you can use your powers more. So like you spend a whole hour for basically to say, tap into your anger.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like, you didn't really use 8 for anything else. Like, she might come back. She might not.
It's very likely that she will, I think, at some point, because she believes that they should be together for some reason.
Maybe. But the same way she left is like she wants to go be with family, so she doesn't see her as family.
But 8 sees her as family, though.
Yeah, but then 8's all on a vengeance mission.
Which I think with what happened.
Yeah.
I think that will drive her to come see.
But like the thing is, they closed that lab, so why would she come back?
Well, they closed that lab, and as we all know, no lab stays closed for long.
I mean, maybe I'm just saying, like it's just.
Because with the way this one ends.
Yeah. But my other thing is too, it ends with almost like, all right, did she really close the door then?
No. Well, so
technically the door is closed.
Technically, it's sealed.
Yeah.
Not closed.
Well, no, he said close the gate, right? Because she said closed it, because she said she's the one that opened it. That was why she closed it, because she was the one that opened it originally.
So, I don't know. In my scientific sci-fi opinion, if it's closed, then that crap that's on the outside on our side will go away. It did not go away.
Yeah, true. But right? I was saying the fact
so that's why I'm like, ooh, but she only sealed it. She didn't get rid of it because when she opened it is when it started to form where the crap was on the outside.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, all she's done is seal it. She needs to make all that go away. Like they need to take a team down there, burn all that with some fire.
They didn't show that what the team did before they left, so I don't know what it looks like, after that team left.
Yeah, and then I guess how do you get rid of the upside down? Because that's clearly there.
Well, it's a dimension on ours. It's always been there.
So you know what? At the end, that could have just been a representation of like, hey, you may have closed me out, but I'm still here and I want back in.
Yeah, like basically, like it's all the upside down's always been there. It's just basically she opened the door to it.
Yeah.
So it's always kind of it's always there.
Which
just
makes
on the
you
side.
wonder where that first Demogorgon came from, like where they got created from.
But it came through though, because remember it came through from that dimension and the hole that she gave it.
Like in season 1, it made me feel like the first one was tied to 11, right?
Yeah, because it came through when she opened the.
Technically, like
she
that was
opened it.
her killing all those people.
Well, that and opening the gate, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I felt.
So
like
that's when that came in, and then I guess because it got there, it might have told the leader, hey, the opening here.
There's just a lot more going on, I think, than what we know about as far as the story is concerned. I can't wait to see more, personally. I think they got greenlit for season 3 already.
They should.
I'm pretty sure they have. It ends basically with a clear indication that there's going to be more.
It is that dance, and they all have their own little happy
snowball.
Their little happy moment. Everyone has their like little.
Which I thought was weird that they had Dustin with Nancy.
Well, they did that because it showed the fact that hey, like he was like a low moment and the girls didn't want him, and now here's this older girl that's basically dancing
making him jealous,
and so they're all looking at him like, oh,
maybe I should have danced with
him. Yeah,
like
So now all the girls are like kind of like, oh, if he can get her, well maybe he's not that big of a nerd, and I could date him.
Yeah.
So basically, I feel like in the 3rd season he's gonna have like all these girls on him.
Probably with his whole attitude of I don't care.
Yeah.
that'll be interesting to see a different
dynamic. And it's fair spray.
Will there be more mages in the party? Will the party expand? Will the party get bigger?
Well, it looks like Lucas is making that party expand, so.
Right. Well, yeah, I was gonna say.
Lucas.
She's already a part, right?
Yeah, but he's making sure she's.
I'm curious to see if that girl, if Maxine's brother, will end up having another role in the future one coming up.
Yeah, because she's basically told him to leave us alone.
Yeah. He's almost like the. I don't know if it's because of this Okay, so ever since it came out, and the kid that plays Mike is in it, I've been seeing a lot more similarities in the character dynamic. So I don't know. He like the brother seemed like the crazy, like off the wall kid from it.
Yeah.
Right, the one that was like this over the top, like always bullying people. Kind of what he reminded me of a little bit. Not exactly, but a little bit. So I'm pretty sure that's unintentional. Maybe. So we'll see. Anything else you want to add or talk about from spoiler wise?
So much stuff that was going on. They messed up that the mom, her boyfriend.
Bob did not need to die.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I want to say.
I saw it coming though.
You can see it coming a mile away. You're like, man, Sean Astin is gonna get killed in this TV show.
They basically said he's gonna die when they show he left the gun there, and I was like, well, you're gonna die.
What I don't like is that like demo dog. Thanks Dustin for the name. Demo dog comes out of nowhere like John Cena.
It's Randy Orton.
And literally gets him almost just like the move.
This move was in there like,
because
I made it. No, you didn't.
Because that dog could have got her.
Yeah.
Right? Could have got his mom. Could have got Will's mom the whole time when they were right there. But it waits and gets him instead.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh.
They had that little moment like, oh, we both made it. Oh, yeah. Boom. No, you didn't.
Yeah, it's like, nope. Out of nowhere!
That fool got hit like, oh. And then it slowly just kind of
And then why of him out of everybody that they killed, do they all snack on him?
Yeah. Like
you notice that?
Yeah, they like little small, like they all came out and they're like, let's go. And then the rest of them were like, oh, we got something here.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way those people should have been hungry. How many people they killed inside there?
Yeah.
And all those people that were dead had little nibble marks.
Like, yeah, because like it's like the other doctor that got the leader where he got bit like twice. Yeah. And they just let him go, and I'm like,
but you didn't have anything to stop them.
Yeah.
But they let you live.
They let you live, and I was like, how did he get hurt? And is in a stairwell, good. And Bob just didn't make it.
To be honest with you, I think that doctor fell down the stairs. I don't think he got. That's what I think. I'm like, he fell down the stairs. He's faking it. Ain't no one attack him.
Oh man.
He fell down the stairs.
He was like, well, if we see you again, you'll be all right.
Yeah. So that was interesting. I thought it was funny where they're like, oh, give it like about a year. And he's like, what about one night? Right? He's like, what about a night? Must be a pretty important night. Yeah. A middle school dance? Yeah. Kind of important.
Sort of important.
Kind of an important thing. So, I guess they'll be in high school when they come back, probably. I
don't know. I don't know in terms of like, do they just start middle school, or if it's just.
I want to say.
Well, it depends on where, because like different middle schools, some go 3 years and then some go 2. It depends.
Yeah, some go up to 9th grade, and it looked like there's a shared school, right?
Yeah, and it's a small town.
Because they get dropped off in the same place.
Yeah, it's a small town, so you're just going to stay in the same school.
It'll be the same school still.
The same school. It's probably like some classes are middle, and then the rest are high school, so it's just going to be the same school.
I thought it was interesting though. So Bob dies, but then they said that Bob was the creator of the AV Club. Yeah,
that he basically started the group and all the technology. He basically gave all the stuff they use.
Yeah,
he's the one that did all of it.
Got the funding for it and everything. And then the fact that he was like, oh, I'm the one that knows basic. He's like, oh, I might as well teach you French instead.
Yeah.
Teach you French? Because, he's the only one that understands programming language. And basic is very old. That's what the language was at the time. So, for all us nerds out there, very accurate.
He's like, just tell me right now. I got this. He's like,
doesn't work that way.
No.
Doesn't work that way. So that was cool. But like you said, right, you can clearly tell he's going to die. I don't think he needed to get killed.
Yeah.
But,
stupid broom.
It served its purpose, I guess, kind of, because she gets.
I think he was he was there to get the mom better, and then I guess that's his purpose of making the mom sort of happy and not 100% worried.
I mean, if you think about it, though, he wouldn't have got possessed. Will wouldn't have got possessed if he never talked to him.
That is true.
So, you know what, Bob? You had it coming. You caused all this.
But I think it would have happened eventually at some point. I just think it happened. It would have happened sooner.
I think he would have kept running.
It still would have got him at some point. No. I don't think it would have just got away. And it wasn't like he went. It wasn't like he would have got too far. Anyways, the thing was huge and massive.
That's what she said.
But but yeah, like he wasn't even it wasn't even that close to him when it actually took him over. Anyways.
I think if he kept running, someone would have saw him and then stopped him from getting got, so to speak.
Oh, just woke him up. Yeah.
Cause that's what happened every time. Especially when he got cornered, remember down the stairs.
Yeah.
Mike was like, "Will," and then all of a sudden he was good.
But at the same time, doesn't that put him in real life danger? Because you just walk out into traffic or something crazy like that.
I mean, if he gets hit, he's not gonna get possessed.
Yeah, because he's not gonna wake up.
Just saying.
He's like gonna wake up while he's out there out. He was getting possessed.
He was not gonna get possessed. So, so I mean, yeah, it kind of sucked, but it is what it is. The mom is still very protective.
Even more
Winona Ryder's character, she is attached to his hip, basically, will not let him go anywhere.
Well, yeah,
he can't ride bikes with his friends.
He can't ride bike or walk home.
Nope.
He has
someone always has to be with him. Yeah. But I mean, legitimately, that's probably what a parent would do. Your child was abducted.
Well,
not only that, but you know what took him.
Yeah, he was abducted. He was put in another dimension.
Yeah.
And he's still having effects
from the other something crazy.
He's still having the effects from being in the other dimension.
Yes.
So I can totally understand why you don't want him alone, because he might just end up in another dimension again. So
yeah. So it makes sense. Makes sense.
But I don't know what you would do to stop it. So I mean, you could just watch it happen. That's
I don't know. That's a tough one. How do I stop my son from phasing into another dimension?
I
don't know.
When she's in there going hey, So what do we do to fix it? And everyone's like,
I don't know.
He could die.
Yeah, that was interesting as well too. I thought it was strange though at the very end they're like, oh, we shouldn't let him stay coals.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, that was kind of silly, but whatever. Like I said, little plot devices here and there.
Yeah, he's avoiding the warmth all the whole time. And they're like, oh.
The only reason why I'm mentioning them is because I just want to let everyone that's watching know that yes, fan of the show, but I'm also not above critiquing things that I see as being slight flaws in it as well. So, anything else you want to bring up?
I think that should be it.
All right.
Season 3, only about what?
Bring it on.
Good, probably a year away.
I think Rick and Morty season 3 will come out before that.
It took like
or maybe
2 years before.
Maybe those are 2 shows we're going to be waiting for, basically.
Who's coming out first? Stranger Things, Rick and Morty,
in the
Game
comments
of Thrones?
Below. Yeah. And in your comments below, which one of those 3 shows do you think is going to come out first? Season 3 of Stranger Things, Season 3 of Rick and Morty, or Season 8 of Game of Thrones. And don't forget,
I might have money on Stranger Things.
Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share.
Share it.
Share
it to everybody.
Everybody click the share button.
Everybody.
It's kind of the Harlem Shake mixed with the tipsy dance. You can't see my legs. So, and thanks for watching once again.
Peace.